All right, Tasty Nation, Mark Hawaiian Trader here. I apologize for my quick rush post earlier. I do have daddy duties, so I had to take the kids to school. I'm back and I want to do a real brief synopsis recap, and I'll try to go a little slower. So, this is a new Tastyworks platform. This particular account has no money in it yet. I'm just using this so I can help newbies and all you folks get introduced to the platform. And I will do a real quick, rough overview a little bit later. But more importantly, today I want to encourage you to take some action. Today's a very important day. Why? Because 12 times a year you're going to get this opportunity, which is prime time to place a trade, especially if you're just starting out. Here's what I mean. Well, here's the SPY. As you can see, IB rank is only 13.9%, but it's having a little bit of down day. Hopefully, it's 2 down days in a row. As you can see here, this is the chart in Tasty Trade, and I'm sorry, in Tastyworks. You can change it, add indicators or whatnot, but pretty much everything you need to know to make money selling options the Golden Gecko way is right here. You can do 6 months. I have it year to date. You can do 6 months. I'll make it 6 months to be a little bit closer, and this is your volume bar. What's neat too is you can see this arrow right here. It'll pull out. It'll show you any positions you have on, any orders you have on. Again, this is my dummy account, so I do not have any money in here. I'm using this strictly for teaching purposes. Okay, so, and the neat thing about, and here's what's prime time. As you know in the studies, I'll go to trade right here and I'll go to table. Here's SPY. This is very neat. The strike prices, and when you open this table right here, the days to expiration are right here. So as you can see, if it's an orange, that's a weekly option. Anything without anything in it is a normal, regular expiration. So if you look right here, March 17th, 45 days to expiration. This is the sweet spot where you want to start putting on your trades. So just like in Thinkorswim or in Dole, you can do it in the table view right here. And what's neat about Tastyworks is on table view right here. Here's where the stock is trading right now, 226.59. Here it is right here. This is your at the money. Now I'm going to scroll to a lower price here. See this first blue line? This is your one standard deviation out of the money. See, about 84%. Now look, this other right here is about 2 standard deviations below the current at the money strike. Right? Now if I go down the other way, look, this blue line is your one standard deviation away. Okay, here out of the money. See, if you're going to do the call side, if you're going to go on the higher side as the price goes higher, here's your 2 standard deviation away. So what's neat about this is you can either trade, one of 2 ways. You can use the same drop down menu here and you can toggle back and forth like this to go long. Okay, so real quick, or you can do the same curve view. So being that most of you like Doe and I personally like Doe, I'm going to show you real quick what you want to do and why. Okay, the reason why I'm showing this is because you can see here, this is one of my favorite studies and graphs. So this is a study going back to 2005 that Tasty Trade did. All they did was they took a 1 standard deviation triangle, put it on close to 45 days expiration, and took it off when one of 2 things happened first. When either you could get 50% of, you could collect, or you could buy it back at 50% of your max profit, or when the days to expiration got down to 21 days, whichever happened first. So this white line is the S&P 500. Okay, this red line is what you would have done managing at 50%. This orange line is what you would have done managing at 21 days expiration. And right here is you did it whichever came first. As you can see, it did double the SPY and using only 25% of your capital. That means to get this amount right here, you would, let's say you had a $100,000 account. You have to have your entire $100,000 invested. To get this result right here, you only have to have $25,000 of your $100,000 invested. That's why today is really great, because it's prime time, meaning it is now 45 days to expiration on a normal, I'll just collapse it like that. See, 45 days expiration, normal expiration. So you can do a standard Golden Gecko, okay, which is like this. You can go here, you can go to short iron condor, and they're not done. It's, though in my opinion, it's still a lot easier, because you could it'll memorize how far you want it to go out, and I'll zoom in right here. Okay, so, well, can I do this? Okay, so this blue line right here is your 1 standard deviation. This second blue line is your 2 standard deviations. So just like in dough, and you can see, you can actually change it right here as well. But oh, there you go. Now, just like in dough, you can just drag the strikes. Okay, so I'm going to drag the stuff we're selling to the 1 standard deviation line, and I'm going to drag the stuff, the wings, to the 2 standard deviation line. Okay, so I hope you all can see these little these two dotted lines, vertical lines right here. If you can't zoom in, hit Control++ on your computer, and you can zoom in and see it more. So see this line right here? This is your normal standard deviation curve. You want to sell the body and buy the wings. That's what they're talking about. Anywhere in the green is where you make money. So you want the stock to stay in this green area. Anywhere in the red, you lose money. This little gray, this brown shaded area is what the arithmetic says. The math says the expected move by this expiration date is right here. Oops, you see, that's 15 days. We have to change that to 45. You can do right here. Perfect. And now you can see how I adjust it real quick. So I'm clicking, I'm looking at these numbers here, right? I'm going to 45 days to expiration. Now I have to adjust my strike. Let me zoom back out. See, perfect. What do I do? And right here you can see where it says width. Let's expand it until I get close to those yellow lines. Perfect. And I'll just move this out like this. Slide this like this, just to give you an idea. Boom. So same thing. I'll zoom out and I can click on like this. Here's what you want to do. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is you want to preserve buying power, and if you're doing this in an IRA. A lot of my private coaching clients, they have a ton of money because they're business owners. They have, you know, easy 7 figures in 401k or actually IRA accounts. You can't sell naked in an IRA account. So this is a synthetic way of doing it. That's why I've been calling it the golden gecko, because this works. All right. Now, keep in mind, this is not the way I personally trade. This is great if you're beginners. I do something a little more advanced, and it's offered me greater returns. But you can't argue with the math. This works. All right. What I like about Tasty Trade 2, Tasty Works 2 is, see down here. Okay, your profit is 73%. Here's your extrinsic. You're probably making at least, buying it back for at least 50% of max profit. Look at that, over 90%. It'll tell you all this other stuff too. All right. Now see this max loss right here? That's the most you can lose. Look what happens if I delete this. Crap. Well, if I delete this, it'll ask me. I say right click, delete. Right click, delete. My max loss goes to infinity. Okay, so if I want to, that's why I like to keep those back on. And I think I can go like this and put them back on. Perfect. There we go. Now my max loss is only 1100. Okay, so I'm almost making 10% ROR, return on my risk there. Now, if you have portfolio margin, or maybe you want to risk less, the highest return on capital, you want to make these 5 strikes wide. So what I mean by 5 strikes wide, if I'm going to sell the 215, I want to buy the 210. So you can do one of two things. You can drag this to where it says 210, or see right here, just change it. Okay, I believe I can. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta do that in the trade tab. But the fastest way is I just do it like right like that. Whoops. I'll zoom in a little bit. Whoa. 5 strikes wide. Okay, so come on. Whoa, wait, went the wrong way, dummy. There we go. This one we're gonna do 5 strikes wide again too. So let's get to about 243 right here. Come on. Whoa, there's nothing there. I can't do the 243. See? So that's the closest we're going to get. So now look, my max loss is 452, and I can still collect 48 cents. So the return on your risk is a lot better, or closer, and you're risking less capital. So this is like a little mini golden gecko, and you preserve your capital. So if you're a smaller account, you kind of want to do this to preserve your buying power. All right. Now the reason why you want to be careful and don't go too big is right here. Here's your IV rank chart for SPY. And I'll change this to 6 months, or I can just zoom in. All right. Second down day, IV rank popped up to 16.94. You can see where it was when I did it early this morning before the market opened. The reason why I want you to go small is I want you to add more money to your position and scale in if this drops. See, look back here in October. See this down here? First red bar, right? Where was IV rank? That first red bar was right around, I don't know, 20. Look how fast it got to above 50. And look how fast it got to over 70. 5 trading days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Look. 5 trading days, pretty much it got to 50. And if you go to 7, it got up to, I don't know, 70%. Now, when IV rank goes like this, and you put on a position earlier, it's going against you. But don't stress out too much, because you can scale in, add more positions as you go higher, right? And then look how long it took for IV rank look how long it took to collapse back down. I don't know, let's look. Right around here. Okay, so if you're selling here, when is your expiration? Here. So you were able to get way more than 50% of your max profit and get out of the trade. Okay, before 21 days left to expiration. And this can move. IV rank can pop. You never know. So that is what. So take some action. When you see this, I'll go to the table mode here and I'll come. By the way, you can adjust your positions really easy too over here. Look, let's say you want to adjust what you want to sell or what you want to buy. You want to move this back up, just drag it up. See this? You can just drag it to the lines. This is so sick. You're gonna love this. So I can drag it like that. Go down here, drag this to the 270 deviation, make it really wide. Simple duck soup. Okay. But really what I want you guys to realize is when you see this, okay, 45 days expiration right over here. Okay, so you're gonna watch. See this next one, you're gonna wait. I mean, this is perfect prime time. Put them on, and that's what this study shows right here. All right, I'll repost this. Hopefully this helps. If you're in Doe, it's the same thing. I'll get you over to Doe real quick right here. Bam. Strategies. Go to Iron Condor. This all should be memorized. All this features will come in soon to Tastyworks, but they're not even doing any updates. They're trying to get as many people on and make everything secure at the same time. See, perfect. And then you're going to be able to memorize stuff, and it'll memorize. They'll have all that in Tastyworks as it comes out. But right now, you just can't beat it. All right. This is Mark, Hawaiian Trader. Please let me know. You can contact me in the links below. And if you have any other questions, you guys have an awesome day.